The divine life and the transformation of the lower human into a higher divine nature must be made the sole aim of all the life. No attachment, desire, or habit of the mind, heart, vital being, or body should be clung to, which come in the way of this one aspiration and one object of life. One must be ready to renounce all these completely as soon as the demand comes from above and the divine Shakti. First, the consciousness must be transformed, then life, and then the forms. It is in this order that the new creation will happen. All nature's activity is, in fact, a progressive return towards the supreme reality, which is at once the origin and the goal of the universe. In its totality, as well as in its smallest element, we have to become concretely what we are essentially. We must love integrally, we must live integrally, the truth, the beauty, the power, and the perfection hidden in the depth of our being. It is then that all life will become the expression of the sublime, eternal, divine joy. Some give their soul to the divine, some their life, some other their work, some their money. A few consecrate all of themselves, all they have soul, life, work, wealth. These are the true children of God. Others give nothing. These, whatever their position, power, and riches, are for the divine purpose, valueless vipers. The adverse powers are the forces and beings that are interested in maintaining the falsehoods they have created in the world of the ignorance and putting them forward as a truth which men must follow. In India, they are termed asuras, rakshasas, pishachas, who are in opposition to the gods, the powers of light. These two are powers, for they too have their cosmic field in which they exercise their function and authority. And some of them were once divine powers who have fallen towards the darkness by revolt against the divine will behind the cosmos. As for the mother and myself, we have had to try all the ways, follow all methods to surmount mountains of difficulties, a far heavier burden to bear than you and anybody else in the ashram or outside. Far more difficult conditions, battles to fight, wounds to endure, ways to cleave through impenetrable morass and desert and forest, hostile masses to conquer. A work such as, I am certain, none else had to do before us. For the leader of the way in a work like ours has not only to bring down or represent and embody the divine, but to represent too the ascending elements in humanity and to bear the burden of humanity to the full and experience. Not in a mere play or leela, but in grim earnest, all the obstruction, difficulty, opposition, baffled, hampered, and only slowly victorious labor which are possible on the path. It is because we have the complete experience that we can show a straighter and easier road to others. If they will only consent to take it, it is because of our experience, won at a tremendous price, that we can urge it upon you and others. I foresee that the coming year will be a difficult year. There will be much inner struggle and much outer struggle too. So I shall tell you of the attitude you should take in such circumstances. Indeed, the more things become difficult, the quieter you should remain, the more unshakable the faith you should have. When difficulties come, human beings usually get agitated, excited, nervous, and so make the difficulties hundredfold more difficult. The difficulties may last perhaps more than the 12 months of the year, may extend to 14 months. It is in the nature of things. The nature of the struggle determines the measure of its duration. The forces must come up to a certain pitch of activity to produce a certain result. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Aurobindo.